Hello viewers, welcome to Dailies on TVRC. I am Magitunde Samuel Vincent, and joining me in the studio today is
Felicia Chinyere Ibere.
And I have with me Vanguard newspaper.
With me is the Punch newspaper. On the front page of the Punch newspaper is speed up resolutions with ASU. Others, Vice Chancellor urge Buhari. Still on the Punch newspaper. Why Gombe is supporting Rancho, says Governor Yahaya. Edo short state-owned newspaper, Nigeria Observer, for 1 month. Actions are being taken, Atiku replies autumn. Older agreed PDP members. Experts advocate business integrity for sustainable growth in Africa. Don't incite people at home. Buhari wants diaspora Nigerians. Abia Court reverses ruling on PDP ad hoc delegates list. Still on the front page of the Punch newspaper. Anambra Obi Kubana, e-money, others donate 100 million to tackle insecurity. Kano government reshuffles permanent secretaries' portfolios. And this one still on the front page of the Punch newspaper. 40 Americans take Igbo names in Enugu, claims ancestry. 2023 will Nigeria youths deliver? Yes, Mr. Vincent. What's your take on this part that says, will Nigeria youths deliver in the next election?
Well, in my opinion, at the moment, all I noticed is that Nigeria is a level of awareness. Okay. The level of awareness is actually becoming very strong, and it's becoming stronger on a daily basis. But the point, whether they are going to deliver, is what I cannot actually fathom, because delivery should not be half-baked. Should be something that should be delivered holistically. Okay, you cannot just say you've been able to walk in miles where you could get to the destination. So the point is, whether they will deliver is what I cannot tell for now. But the awareness is becoming massive. There's a kind of massive awareness. People are talking about politics now compared to time like 5-6 years ago. People are discussing politics. People want to. There's what we call inclusiveness. Ladies, women generally are not left behind. They are also clamoring to be part of the government. To be part of the process. So generally, considering your question, I see youth, amassing or muscling up their muscles. Trying to put their muscles together to be involved in the process. But delivery, don't forget that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step. So I think all I could say is that they've taken the step, and let's see how it goes in the nearest future.
Thank you very much. This one that says 40 Americans take Igbo names in Enugu, laying ancestry. What can you say about that?
And that I think that is a kind of it's a good news, and it's a plus to the handling of our cultures. Tribal cultures in Nigeria. Mm-hmm. It's not just. Don't forget that apart from the Igbos, the Yorubas, they also have their own peculiarities. When you travel to Brazil, you travel to Colombia, you travel to even some part of African country. They want to have a sense of belonging. They want to have a kind of affiliate to some Nigerian culture. Mm-hmm. So it's a kind of a way to trace their ancestral inclination, and this they've done. And it's don't forget that you cannot just you cannot just be a person without having a source.
Exactly.
So they've been able to trace their source to the Igbos. And I can tell you most solemnly that they'll be better off because now that they know their source.
That's a very good one. This one I talked about Obi Kubana, e-money, others donate 100 million to tackle insecurity. What can you say about that?
Well, my opinion is, that this is, if so many young guys like these industrious guys would do the same, I think the country will be better off. Because at the moment, it's no longer news in the League of Nations that Nigeria is known for. When you talk about the level of insecurity in Nigeria, it's something that is very much it's a disaster out there, in the Committee of Nations. So if young guys are coming together now to help the government, I think it's something that they should be given kudos. They should be commended for.
Okay, thank you. This one was coming from the main front page of the Punch newspaper that says, ASU, speed up resolutions with ASU. All these vice chancellors urge worry. What can you say about that?
They know what they are saying. The vice chancellors. Okay. Because this strike could do more harm than good. Exactly. Don't forget when all these kids, those students that are home, so many of them would have lost touch with the reality, with academic reality. Some of them would have actually embraced another way of life. Some, maybe in the course of them trying to get some skills, they derailed from their moral exegesis, the morality that they've been inculcated, that they learned when they were in school. Because now they have the free hand, they have the free access, they could do whatever they want to do. And before you know it, some of them, you see a whole lot of, some of them being impregnated, and some of them also, they have a mix up with with gangs. Yeah. And when this happens, it does not actually hold well for the academic industry.
Okay. That's all from the Punch newspaper.
Okay. And here with me on Vanguard newspaper, you've been able to wrap up whatever all you have on Punch?
Yes, for now.
Okay. And here on Vanguard newspaper, updated why 30 Nigerians were deported from UK. And again, this is coming from the People's Democratic Party. Atiku move to douse tension and vows to unite party. Again, on the front page of Vanguard, Beyonce goes completely nude on album cover of Renaissance. And again, relations of train attack victims plan to occupy government facilities in Kaduna and Abuja. This is also coming from Vanguard newspaper. Nollywood filmmakers unveil Igbo biggest art culture film festival in Enugu. And again, ex-Imo Governor Rusha Sokorosha begs court for permission to travel for treatment. Again, this is also coming, this says bill to exempt National Assembly from contributory pension scheme passes second reading. And lastly, on the front page of Vanguard newspaper, self-defense. Troops alone can't tackle insecurity. 52 northern groups reply CDS. Miss Iberi, I was actually tempted to say Miss Felicia or Miss Iberi. I think.
Not my name.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now, let's commence from this. Self-defense, troops alone can't tackle insecurity. What's your take on that?
Yeah, my take on that is actually very simple. I feel it's high time for citizens to help. It's high time for citizens to support the military men out there to help cope or eradicate these issues of insecurity in our country. So I think it's a very good move. So
Okay, this is kind of this is coming now. I mean, it's at this point in time. Why 30 Nigerians were deported from UK? Now, don't forget. Recently, we heard about how a senator of repute, Nigeria, was arrested in the UK for organ harvesting. And now, I mean, 30 Nigerians deported from the same UK. And this is still the same country that is absorbing some people from a part of, for instance, the Ukrainians were being absorbed. They were being absorbed by the United Kingdom government. Do you see this as kind of a double standard? Now, 30 of our people were deported, and our senator was, jailed. Do you perceive a double standard?
yeah, I really don't, because to that point, it actually needs to be revisited for me, because such should not really get to that height. Shouldn't really get to that height. So I feel I urge the government to actually see to this and then look for means at which this can really go on.
Okay, well, again, this should not be going unattended to. Timeline of events as Funke Akindele, JJC skills, pathways. What do you think would amount to this? Don't forget, this is a marriage of 6 years.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, all that used to be rosy, all that used to be, that used to be, move slowly. Now, all of a sudden, they are no longer. I don't know. It's not just. Of course, we used to help marriages of 2 years being crashed, of that of 6 months. But this is 6 years with. So many people have thought that, okay, these guys are going to be a leading example in the industry, that the way they bond, the way they do things, the way they celebrate themselves on social media, all of a sudden got crushed. What's your take on that?
Well, it's actually very, very painful. And at this point, for couples with a lot of persons to look up to, gets to this point of trying to separate now, are actually separated. Well, for me, it's something they should check through between themselves. This could be as a result of infidelity or mistrust or something more deeper, because for them to have separated, there should be a particular problem within there.
Well, you just made mention of infidelity.
It might be, who knows?
Okay. All right, I think I've been able to exhaust my what I have on Vanguard. I'm sure you're able to do yours too.
Yes.
Okay. All right, viewers, many thanks for watching. This is our show for today. Do join us next time for another exciting episode. Until then, we remain your humble host. Bye for now.